Seeing him becoming frustrated again, Zhang Yanli remained calm and casually said, "These past few days, second young master Lan has been asking me about you. He wanted to know what dishes you like and how you prefer them to be cooked. He mentioned that when you were at the Lan residence, you often complained about the food and talked about wanting to return to Lotus Pier every day. I demonstrated and explained to him, thinking he was going to have the family chef replicate it. But it turns out he plans to cook them himself so he can make it for you when you're at cloud recesses." Wei Wuxian was speechless. Although he had been shocked once before, standing in the kitchen now, surrounded by smoke, soot, oil, and the smell of raw ingredients, he suddenly realized he couldn't even begin to imagine Lan Zhan's graceful figure busy in such a setting, with his pristine, elegant hands stained with the tasks of cooking. Grabbing Zhang Yanli's sleeve, he repeatedly confirmed, He really does everything himself? Chopping the vegetables, adding the oil, and stirring with the spatula himself." "Yes," Zhang Yanli nodded. "I think this kind of thing which goes beyond his status is probably not allowed in the Lan clan. He has to break the rules one by one for you. I wonder if he's also prepared himself mentally for the criticism he'll face." Wei Wuxian sighed and said, "That's a different matter. I know he treats me well, but it's just in this regard. In other matters, he's exceedingly strict. Look at our Lotus Pier. It's probably seen as lawless in their eyes. Yet we've been living happily, day by day, comfortably and freely. Lan Zhan has been living here for half a month now. With all that he's seen and heard, he should be able to appreciate the goodness of Lotus Pier, but he's still so stubborn," Wei Wuxian said. Zhang Yanli replied, "But after all, he is the second young master of the Gusu Lan clan, a direct descendant. He is destined to inherit the family business, assist his father and elder brother, and lead the clan. His every move represents the Lan clan and serves as their face. So he naturally cannot indulge in your whims completely. He loves you, but he can only love you in his own way. The Lan clan's family teachings, which you find laughable, are not only engraved on the discipline stone, but also deeply ingrained in his heart. He grew up with everyone around him telling him how to conduct himself. That's his world. Just as the open-minded family traditions of the Jiang clan of Yunmeng are unconsciously fused into your blood. You are only looking at him from your own perspective, constantly blaming him for not changing for you. But from his perspective, isn't it equally difficult for him to understand your actions by demanding that he be as free and unrestrained as you, with no taboos? Could it be that you're being just a bit unreasonable?" After hearing these words, Wei Wuxian was left speechless. He recalled the incident in the library pavilion, where he found it thrilling and fun, but Lan Wangji was deeply ashamed. Perhaps he truly hadn't considered things from Lan Wangji's perspective. Has he been forcing Lan Zhan to do things that make him uncomfortable and embarrassed, making him become someone he doesn't want to be? Was all this just to satisfy his own selfish desires? Since he loves this little old-fashioned, who is meticulous and disciplined, who has rules and bounds in his heart and not anyone else, he shouldn't force him to become someone he isn't. He should accept everything about him, including those strict family rules and teachings that seem like self-imposed boundaries and exaggeration from his own perspective. He should also respect the way this little old-fashioned expresses his love, respect his serene and aloof mind as pure as mountain snow and springs, respect his modest desires and needs, and respect the distance he deliberately keeps from him. But even without these, Wei Wuxian knew that deep down, he didn't want to force Lan Zhan. Back then, when he used prophecy and the will of heaven as excuses, speaking passionately and aggressively to persuade him to make love, thinking about those words now made him feel embarrassed. He didn't want Lan Zhan to be with him just to fulfill marital duties, especially those assigned and rationed twice a week. He would rather not have it. What he wanted was a Lan Zhan who desired him willingly, no matter how deeply that desire was hidden in Lan Zhan's heart or how long it took to surface. He was willing to wait patiently. To achieve this, he must give him freedom and distance. Wei Wuxian chatted with Zhang Yanli for a bit, and suddenly everything became clear to him. He rushed out of the kitchen, intending to find Lan Wangji, but was confronted by a group of people storming towards him. Each one had a sword hanging from their waist, looking quite formidable. At the forefront was Jiang Cheng with an impatient expression, who grabbed him forcefully. "Where do you think you're going?" "We agreed to go to the neighboring village to exorcise spirits today. You were missing during lunch. We've been looking for you forever. Don't think you can run away." As he spoke, he threw over Swibian. "Don't go back. I brought your sword. Hurry up." Wei Wuxian was just about to say that he needed to find Lan Zhan first. As soon as he stepped out of the courtyard, he saw Lan Wangji passing by the lotus pond in the courtyard, looking around slightly, clearly searching for him. "Lan Zhan?" Lan Wangji was walking on the stone bridge, his elegant figure reflected in the summer lotus pond like a snow pillar or an ice sculpture, pure and graceful. Wei Wuxian's heart moved at the sight. He ran up the bridge in a few brisk steps and, without caring about the prying eyes around him, pulled Lan Wangji and planted a kiss on his face. Lan Wangji was caught off guard and stood stunned on the spot, still processing what had just occurred, when Wei Wuxian spun away like a little whirlwind, leaving behind only a playful shout. "Husband! I'm off to subdue demons and monsters. I'll find you at dinner." The junior disciples, who involuntarily watched a love show, were first struck dumb, then began to gossip noisily as they walked, patting Wei Wuxian on the shoulder. "Senior brother, are you and brother-in-law back together? When did you reconcile? What made you get back together?" Lan Wangji initially thought he had hurt Wei Wuxian's feelings again, and hurriedly came looking for him, still unsure of what to say, but unexpectedly, Wei Wuxian took the initiative to reconcile and did so in a straightforward manner, using movements rather than his words, in a playful and flirtatious way that resembled teasing a girl on the street, completely unbefitting how one should treat their husband. However, it was simple, clear, highly efficient, and direct. Lan Wangji gently rubbed the spot where Wei Wuxian had kissed him with his fingertips, still feeling a bit dazed. As he walked back, he almost stumbled into the neighboring courtyard and had to apologize and retreat. On Wei Wuxian's side, he was surrounded by the junior disciples, who were eagerly asking how he had reconciled with Lan Wangji. Wei Wuxian replied earnestly, "Don't you think your brother-in-law is a beauty?" The junior disciples agreed. "Yes, yes." Second young master Lan was like an immortal descended to the mortal world. "Isn't it fair to say he's the #1 in the cultivation world, unparalleled in the world?" Wei Wuxian nodded his head. "Such a cold, beautiful person is head over heels for your senior brother, chasing after me every day, saying he can't live without me. He won't agree to a divorce no matter what. Isn't it a tough situation?" Seeing him so pitiful, I reluctantly agreed. "You don't understand, being as charming as I am, and being clung to by such a beautiful person every day. It's hard to bear." The junior disciples collectively retorted, "Nonsense! We don't believe brother-in-law said that." Wei Wuxian replied, "Even if he doesn't say it out loud, he's definitely thinking it in his heart." Jiang Cheng snorted and shook his head. Wei Wuxian hooked his arm around Jiang Cheng's neck and said, "What? Are you jealous that I have someone and you don't? Envious? Bitter?" Jiang Cheng retorted with disgust, "Get lost. You're being shameless, acting all lovey-dovey in public. It's sickening. I'd rather see you two fighting than this." Wei Wuxian tapped him on the chest and said, "If you're capable, go marry someone of your own and make me sick too. If you can't, then stop being so jealous." Jiang Cheng kicked him away. "Get lost. Once you're well, go back to Gusu early. Don't embarrass me at Lotus Pier." Wei Wuxian, in high spirits, didn't argue with him. He just kept praising Lan Zhan, saying there was no one like his husband both in heaven and on earth, flitting around like a happy butterfly. This made Jiang Cheng increasingly annoyed. He swore that if people in love were all like this, he would rather remain single for life.